Hi, friend, and welcome to day 26 of my YouTube challenge. I'm Rasmus, and welcome to the channel. I'm doing this challenge to film myself every single day talking and pushing publish 30 days straight. And this I do just to get more used to speaking English and being in front of the camera and also just to get the ball rolling of starting YouTube. Something I've dreamed of for around 10 years. So today's topics is a bit of my background. I want to give some more depths into my experience and that will also make it clear why I'm making this channel and why I have a kind of a longing to make videos for to help other people and to go into the different areas, different topics that I am in the channel. So if we roll this back to when I was a teenager or even before, when I was 12 years old, I fall straight down to depression, straight into depression, and I had a really hard time in the teenage years where I just lost the will to live, and that was a battle. I was always the class clown. I was always the funny guy in school and making everybody laugh, and yeah, I was really a clown. But when I got home, I had a hard time of just finding will to live and to go from week to week. It was really hard. I stayed so much home from school for some times during my childhood, just being in bed, didn't want to get up, and I was living alone with my mom. And then I moved because this was before I was living in Stockholm, so I moved to Stockholm, and as I went to boarding school and starting to really partying and living the life. But I had a hard time to had a balanced life, so I was struggling with depression, and I was also struggling with family. So a lot of my family relationships broke, and it was hard on me. I took it harsh, and so I lost contact with many in my family, and it was a hard time. So I went from drinking for just having fun to drinking to have it like a medicine, and uh, and I lost control. I wasn't a grown up person at that moment. I wasn't mature, so I couldn't handle money. I couldn't handle life and everything that was in front of me. So I got myself in big debts. I got myself in deeper of the depression, because when I was drinking, it didn't solve my problems. Just waking up, having memory losses, and yeah, it was hard. And then also I got kicked out from the place I was staying, and I had nowhere to go. So, and at exactly that moment, I heard about Norway, the neighboring country, from a friend. So, in the exactly right moment, she told me about her friends that she knew that gone to Norway, had a good job, good paid, and went well with. And that was just like a seed in my mind that I couldn't let go. And uh, and I told another friend about this, that I want to go to Norway. I need to start something new. I need to escape from this life or what this is. I just need to get out. And my friend was in a similar situation, so he was like, "Sure, let's go." And 14 years ago, I was firstly for some weeks or a month or something. I was staying at my grandfather's place, living on the sofa or in the guest bed, and uh, and I was applying for some jobs and in Norway, and just had my focus on there. And then I just jumped on the night bus to Norway to start my life all over. and it was one of the best decisions I ever done. I came with a tent, a friend, and a backpack full of clothes, and I was just hoping for the best. I was at that time at the rock bottom, so I wasn't so worried, and I feel it wasn't so hard because I was really at the bottom. So I was always thinking it can't get worse, and we put up a tent and we started to apply for jobs. We were looking for jobs. It was a hard time because we didn't know anything. Like the language wasn't that hard because they're so similar to Swedish, but it was still like a totally new place, Oslo, and I knew no one. I never knew any Norwegian person. I've never been to Norway. I didn't know anything. We would just Google like um, where to go, and yeah, we didn't know anything. And so it was a rough start, but it was a very good experience of just freedom, because I felt like I left every issue behind. So finally, after a month, I got a job, and it took 2.5 months before I got my first payment. So we were living on biscuits, literally, just simple biscuits. That was what we were living on when we didn't have any money left, because we didn't go there with a lot of money. So so it was rough. It was cold. I was waking up so early, like 4 or 5 in the morning, freezing. So it was a bit of experience, but today I see that it was so totally worth it. And for me at the moment, that was pretty easy because I was so focused on just getting a job and getting a home so I can get into the heat, because got really cold. And I remember it was 15th of November when I got to rent this trailer. There was couple of weeks after I got my first payment, and we got this trailer from another Swedish guy who was renting it out. He was looking for someone to just pay for it to stay on the camping it was on, and it was so awesome. We got into the heat, and yeah, we could sleep at night. So it was so nice. Um, but also that's when it happened where my depression really came back, because at that time I didn't have contact with anyone in my family, and I was losing contact with my friends because there wasn't any so much of internet at that time. It was internet, but it wasn't so much. We didn't have it so much at the camping, and so I start losing contact with friends. I didn't have contact with my family. I was an enemy with most of my family. It was a really hard time. So I was just sitting lonely in Norway, didn't know anyone, and didn't know what the purpose of life was. I had nothing at the moment. I had no one. I had my friend, but he went back to Sweden some time after, um, to just go. He just went back. So it was a really hard time, um, but I continue, and after half year, everything turned around. That's for another video, but yeah. So I had a bit of rough story, and I'm definitely not the one who's have the worst story. I feel so blessed with my story. I feel so blessed with my experience, ups and downs. I made a lot of mistakes in my life, and then also it's hard to see like if I would regret or would I do anything else, change anything, because if so, I wouldn't be here today. So I'm so happy for where everything led me, and also I experienced so much different types of pain. I was from mental health to, yeah, different types of pain and different types of struggle. So I really got this thing to help other people. To I really like can think about how I was at that time in my life, and I just wished someone would have helped me, like guided me. I know we can't live for someone else, but we can guide and we can help, and we can save people from so much pain and so much issues and struggles. And yeah, I guess that's kind of where my heart is when it comes to this channel, and my longing for it to be something to help other people. So yeah, I I still remember that journey, moving to Norway like it was yesterday. I had so many different stories, different things that happened, and it was just a crazy adventure. And I don't regret it. It's one of the best decisions. So yeah, that was just a little story of the transit, or the background from my old life to my new life. So yeah, I think that's it for this evening. Um, Thank you for listening. If you reached this far, wow, incredible, good job. And yeah, and now it's just a couple of videos left in this challenge before I go to make a little bit bigger videos. So yeah, if you want to see them, if you want to see what's coming, please subscribe and like this video if it was good. And hopefully I see you tomorrow in the next video. Good night.